Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing chapter 17, verse 20. And here now, Bhagwan Shri Krishna is starting to talk about the three different things we can do in terms of charity. The three: charity in mode of goodness, charity in mode of passion, charity in mode of ignorance. So the next three verses, I'm guessing. Right now, it's charity in the mode of goodness. So let's call out to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please help us understand this verse so that we can do our charities from now on in mode of goodness with the best understanding that we have for that. And yeah, please remove the poison in our minds. Right now, my mind is filled with anger and poison anger, just a lot of anger. And I just using the techniques of journaling that I have learned from Raj Bihari Prabhu, and I'm journaling them, and that's helping a lot. It's not over yet, but it's helping. It's helping me become very clear about my next steps. I think part of the reason we feel angry is because we're not able to know what to do in a future situation, future similar situation. So it's not really directed at the other person, right? The anger or resentment or anything is like, you should have given me love that I technically cannot get from you or anybody else. I can only get that from God, but I don't have that connection with God, and I'm holding you responsible for that. So anger is basically just saying, oh, you are the one who should be giving me that love, and you're not giving me that love, so I'm angry at you, like that way. And then when you understand that and you take responsibility, yes, the love that I'm seeking from anything outside of Bhagwan Shri Krishna is not going to fulfill me. It's not going to be real. So what I need to simply do is just redirect all of my thoughts, all of my energy, everything on Krishna. I should chant in that moment. Chanting is the best way to connect with Krishna, right? To build love for Krishna, because when we're chanting, we're saying Krishna's names, and we're saying, I want to love you, I want to. We're directing our minds towards that. I want to love you, and I want to learn how to love you. Please help me do that. So that will automatically remove that. So the way to remove anger is not to focus on removing anger. The way to remove anger is to build a connection with Krishna. And the one of the best ways is chanting, and for me journaling is another way. Raj Bihari Prabhu did say that for him journaling is he does chanting, of course, but journaling is the best way for him to connect with Krishna. And I'm like, yes, that resonates with me so much. That's exactly what I feel too. So but whatever way, and yeah, chanting is an incredible way. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called it the param upaya to obtain love of Godhead. So yeah, as I'm speaking right now, I'm getting even clearer. Yes, I don't need to focus on how to remove the anger from my heart, or how to even respond to the person or whatever who I'm angry with. But what I need to focus on is chanting and building my relationship with Krishna through whatever means. Chanting is one of them. So yep, okay. Let us sing the verse together and learn how to do charity in the mode of goodness. Okay. दातव्यमेति यद्यानं दीयतेनोपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्यानं सात्विकं स्मृतम्. Charity given out of duty without expectation or return at the proper place and time to a worthy person is considered to be mode of goodness. So now this is all very, very confusing. There is nothing clear about this. Given out of duty without expectation of return. That's clear. Okay. We're doing it without expecting return. That is the most important thing. Now, this is the confusing part. At the proper time and place. Kale, dese, and to a suitable person, patre, to a worthy person, is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Now, what does that mean? What is proper time? What is proper place? What is worthy person? So Prabhupada has explained that. He has said that anything in charity given to a person engaged in spiritual activities as opposed to charity to the poor. We can give charity to the poor, but if a poor man is not worthy, and I don't know what that means exactly, there is no spiritual advancement. In other words, indiscriminate charity is not recommended in the Vedic literature. So I'm going to add something to this after reading these ones. So now charity, he's talking about he's not gone into that belief system. He's saying when we give charity, it reduces the attachment of the giver towards material objects. It improves the attitude of service. It expands the heart and it fosters the sentiment of compassion, right? So charity is considered. So give it away, dedicate your charity for the pleasure of God. So here he does touch on that you should dedicate your charity for spiritual activities. Charity is proper, improper, superior, inferior according to the factors mentioned. When it is offered freely to worthy recipients, proper place, proper time, it is in mode of goodness, which is very confusing to me. So, but I will, okay, let me read Bhaktivinoda Thakur and then go back to that. Differences in charity are thus: charity which is done without expectation of remuneration, which is done out of duty and consideration of place, time, and recipient, is sattvika. So that is clear. Now, I'm going to go back to this. So what I have heard is that if we're giving, let's say we're seeing somebody on the side of the road asking for money, and we give them a $20 bill, and they go and they murder somebody with it, or whatever, they buy alcohol or whatever, we get the karma of that as well. So it is not that straightforward, right? It's just giving money to somebody who needs it and then saying, okay, however they use it is okay. That is not going to give us good karma. So what do we need to do then? What we need to do is give it to people, give food to people, for example, give prasadam to people, because that will help them build sukriti. So that's what ISKCON does. It's give prasadam freely. It's a kitchen religion. There's just a lot of prasadam distribution that takes place. In the Sankirtan movement, we give out burritos here, and the burritos are made. I just learned recently, the Seattle temple here, Harivilas Maharaj is the one who is basically running it. He created this recipe so that meat eaters will also find this tasty, because he added soy chunks and things like that. So it's tasty even for meat eaters. So he created this recipe specifically, and of course it's offered, so it's prasadam. So people are benefiting from it, and they cannot use it for anything other than eating. And they will get sukriti from it. So they will, whether they know it or not. And Harivilas Maharaj really puts a huge amount of effort on prasadam. He's like, this is our the tir, like I don't know what words he uses, but this is our strength, this is our power, this is how we bring people in, by giving people prasadam. By giving people spiritualized food. So that we can do when we're giving money to temples or spiritual brahmanas or Vaishnavas, devotees or something, then then it's helpful. That's charity. But if we're giving it to just giving it to poor people without knowing what they're using it for, if they're using it for negative things or whatever, then we are getting the karma of it, and it's not beneficial for either of us on a spiritual level. So charity is also in mode of goodness. And so yeah, here it's not very clear from the verse, from Bhagwan Shri Krishna's words, whether it's in what exactly is mode of goodness, what is a proper person, what is proper time, what is proper place. But Prabhupada has explained that to make it clearer for us. Okay, so that's it for this verse. We'll do chapter 17, verse 21 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots of Krishna's grace. Radhe Radhe.